This is one-on-one session with the ForumIAS founder and director Ayush Sinha. In this session, students are asked questions to test their preparedness for the personality test. One-on-one sessions are not mock panel sessions.
So Kunal, can you briefly introduce yourself to me?
So my name is Kunal Gururani. I come from Nainital in Uttarakhand. And so after that, I did my graduation in electrical engineering from NIT Jaipur. So after that, for a brief period of time, I worked in NTPC as a graduate trainee, and then later on switched to Indian Railways. And so last year, I was selected in Indian Postal Service, and I'm yet to join the service.
All right. You work with NTPC. Tell me something. Is it possible for us in the next decade to phase out coal from our energy basket?
Sir, I feel neither it is desirable nor it is feasible to phase out the coal completely from our energy grid, because coal provides, even today, it provides around 70% of the total electricity, and it provides a stable source of energy. What we are right now doing is replacing the coal with the renewable energy, which is somewhat erratic in nature. And the power grid right now won't be stable if we entirely replace the coal with the renewable energy. So I feel that time is yet to come that we'll be replacing the entire coal sector. What we can do right now is improve the efficiency of the thermal power plants and integrate the renewable with the coal sector.
All right. So Kunal, what about the environment?
So I feel that there can be a number of steps which we can take to reduce the impact of coal on the environment. Like every of the energy source come with its own advantages and disadvantages. But India being a developing country and coal being the cheapest source of power today, I feel we can go for some mitigative efforts on the environmental fronts through some other means. Like we can go for compensatory afforestation. We can improve the efficiency of the coal power plants. So we can improve the efficiency of the gas cycle. So I think other steps can be taken in addition to improve the efficiency of the coal sector.
All right, efficiency, but we should be also aware that we are nowhere near the target to meet, climate, temperature rise of 1.5 to 2 degrees Celsius. So don't you think we are shying away from our responsibility of climate action that we must do?
So I feel India is on the progress to achieve whatever commitment it had made in the Paris climate deal. Like already before the target of achieving 40% of power through renewable energy, it is targeting to achieve it in 2023 itself. That is 7 years before target. So I think India is on its path, and India is even thinking to more strengthen the commitment it has made in the international community. And likewise, sir, India is the leader of some of the efficiency measures. India was the founder of International Solar Alliance. India has taken up the lead in developing the AUSC program. So likewise, India is making its efforts, and in the future, even I feel that India will be coming up to its ability to balance both its priorities of developing the country as well as maintaining the environment.
Railway accidents keep happening, and there is also a loss of life. What is the biggest contributor of railway accidents?
So the topmost reason is the derailments. And so if we see the trend of accident in Indian Railways, the proportion of head-on collision has gone down significantly, and today only the derailment is one of the reasons, which is the major contribution.
No, Kunal, what is leading in railways? What is leading to the maximum loss in lives every year?
The major contribution is Indian Railways is not able to cater to the demand of the suburban public. So there is a lot of rush in those areas. So in an average, around 4 to 5 lakhs are lost in the suburban traffic in the Mumbai region. I feel that is the major reason.
Should we go for privatization of the railways, according to you?
So I feel a model can be developed in which there is greater private participation and greater liberalization in operation of Indian Railways. But I do not support complete privatization as such.
What is your reason for not going for complete privatization?
So I feel Indian Railways as an organization is so large and the functions are so diverse and complex. So right now the situation is not that easy that we can a private player who has not been into these circumstances and situation won't be able to cater to the need of the public. And also, sir, like 20% of the population of India is living below poverty line. So India Railways has a huge social obligation. If a private player will be operating Indian Railways, that will be against the social obligations of India as such.
We have tried to do with IRCTC.
Yes.
So do you think this experiment has been successful?
It has been successful. Like if we see the performance of IRCTC, it has been operationally profitable. But if we include the maintenance that was done by Indian Railways, if we see the entire picture and calculate the profit and loss, I think IRCTC would have gone to a loss. It was only with the support of Indian Railways that operationally it was profitable. So this way, the privatization might work when it is in support of Indian Railways and more private players are being attracted to the Indian Railways.
So, Kunal, I am not able to get a coherent answer from you. My question was very simple. Is IRCTC a successful experiment? That is all.
Yes, sir. In non-core activities of Indian Railways, IRCTC has been successful.
So, what are the few things that have improved under IRCTC?
Like first thing is the services being provided by IRCTC in the catering field. Second is the ticket collection and e-ticketing has tremendously improved. Like it has even developed a new generation website that is catering to the demands of the public. And as such, the service experience that is given by Indian Railways in two of the private trains that are currently being run, it is said that the services experienced by the customers have improved a bit.
So, you said that in some services IRCTC is successful. You said catering as one of the successful areas.
Yes. And one was the e-ticketing, sir.
Yes. So, Kunal, when was the last time you traveled in the railways as a consumer or as a passenger?
Yes, sir. I traveled last month, sir.
Last month. All right. I don't think you have high clarity on how catering is the weak link of IRCTC, to be very honest. Even right now, the passengers are not satisfied with the quality of food that is being served free of cost. Tell me how you will solve this problem.
I think there should be greater transparency in the tendering process that is being IRCTC as an entity. It tenders the vendors for the catering exercises. So I feel that there should be more transparency and there should be a check and an audit on the quality of the food that is being served. Other than that, sir, the kitchen centers should be developed and should be more near to one of the major centers, the stations, like near Delhi. It can be built in around along the major routes. In big cities, I think the kitchens can be built.
Kunal, so in terms of ticketing, there has been a major technological upgradation that is done by IRCTC. It can take on so much load, right? It can take the Tatkal load and all. Why do you think people are unhappy with the food? What can be the possible reasons? One is obviously that the quality is not good. What could be the other reasons?
So other reason can be the pricing mechanism. So the charge that is being charged by IRCT, that is not proportional to the quality that is being served to the consumer.
All right. IRCTC today does not, it simply books the tickets, charges a small commission and passes it on to the railways.
Yes.
That's correct.
Yes.
Similarly, with respect to fooding, why should IRCT get into the business of becoming a hotel company, creating more restaurants? What it should ideally do is, if it is charging the railways for it, can you not think of something more innovative, such as IRCT platform may allow users to choose which caterer they want to take the food from. In the absence of any alter, and IRCTC may charge a small commission from the caterers for every food that is brought
Yes.
and booked via the platform. So once the consumers have more choices, the caterers will know and automatically they will improve,
Yes.
isn't it? So that is
Yes. This can be done.
Kunal. Anyway, so you are from electrical engineering.
Yes.
Tell me, what are the challenges before growing solar power as a strong, from electrical engineering perspective or even otherwise? What are the major challenges for making solar power a reliable source of energy?
So there are multiple reasons. The first reason is that the solar power is very erratic in nature and very seasonable. So only even during only the daytime it can cater to the requirement of the grid, and in the night time we have to depend upon the battery technology. And right now the battery technology has not developed to an extent that it can cater to the requirement of a large grid. Secondly, so the challenge which the solar industry right now faces is that India is not the producer of the solar cells, as well as it's just assembler of the solar panels. So that is a big challenge in front of India. The supply chain issues are there. And thirdly, sir, the what this solar.
Kunal, can you tell me the major ways how solar power is harnessed? One is solar panel. Can you think
So
of
there are
other?
two ways. One is the use of direct electricity using the generation of electricity by solar cell, and the second one is the generation of heat using a concentrator using the solar power.
All
And
right.
this heat energy can be transferred and so used in multiple ways.
All right. What is the underlying principle on which the solar panel works?
So solar panel is made up of solar cell that is a semiconductor device, and when a sunlight that is of a specific wavelength that falls on a solar cell, so holes and electrons are generated, and these travel to respective anodes. So there
Principle
is
known
a
as.
circulation of
What is
current.
this principle? Kunal, what is this principle known as?
So this is photoelectric emission.
All right. Photoelectric effect.
Yes.
Who gave this theory, photoelectric effect?
So it was given by Albert Einstein.
Albert Einstein is also famous for other theory.
Yes.
What theory am I talking about?
So it was the theory of relativity.
All right. He won the Nobel Prize in physics.
Yes.
Why did he win? For what did he win the Nobel Prize?
I guess, sir, it was for the photoelectric emission.
That is correct. Kunal, these days politicians and states are offering freebies for votes. What is your opinion on it?
Sir, I do not support the idea of giving complete freebies, but if uh, if some of the incentives that are being provided by the political parties that have some social impact, like provision of free electricity, I feel that can be considered in case it provide an opportunity for human development, and it is not impacting the revenues of the state. I think to that extent it is justified, but some freebie that is neither doing good to the development of the people and is adversely impacting the exchequer of the state, I think that is not justified.
Now tell me, why no political party is offering government jobs? Instead, they are offering freebies. What is this trend moving towards?
So I feel that the parties feel that if they'll be providing an opportunity to the people, they will be developing themselves. And government job is not the only way for the development of the society. And if a person is given an opportunity to grow and learn, he can become self-dependent upon himself. And even so, the government has limited resources that it cannot employ all the people in the government job. So rather than giving a job, it is providing them an opportunity.
Uh, you mean to say that the political parties are very clear that they will not be able to generate those many public sector jobs or government jobs? All right. Are we moving towards a universal basic income the way freebies are being offered, including such as cash incentives?
Yes, sir, it can be a situation in the future when we'll be able to give, like, eliminating major of the leakages point, and we will be providing them a universal income. So I think we are going in that direction, but I feel that that situation will be taking some time to come up.
All right, Kunal. Kunal, so you are a good engineer. Why you are unhappy? You want to join civil services? The country needs engineers more than civil servants. What is the reason?
So it's not being unhappy. I feel it's not the push factors of being an engineer. I feel that there is a better opportunity to grow and learn in civil services, and the satisfaction you get after serving in multiple domains, representing India in various platforms, and learning with people who are from different backgrounds, and so that I feel will be giving me a better career satisfaction at the end of my tenure. That's why I want to move to civil service.
All right, Kunal, your interview is over. Thank you.
Thanks.